Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra Mai, Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra Mai, Jaya Sudarshana. Jai Radha Shama Sundarada Shama Sundarade. Jai Radha Madana Mohan Radha Madana Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev Prabhupada Gurudev Prabhupada. Yom Vishnamada Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Acharya Ashtotra Shashiman Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Yom Vishnamada Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Acharya Ashtotra Shashiman Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananda Gaudi Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Das Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Go Premanandi. All glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees. All is Guru God. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So, Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 4. Today we are taking two verses, 10 and 11. I'll read the verse 10 now. Please listen. Vidaraga bhaya krodha manmaya mamupashitaha bahavo jnana tabasa puda madbhava magadaha. Vidaraga bhaya krodha manmaya mamupashitaha bahavo jnana tabasa puda madbhava magadaha. Vidaraga bhaya krodha manmaya mamupashritaha bahavo jnana tabasa puda madbhava magadaha. Yes, Anandya.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Veera Raga Bhaya Krodha Manmaya Mam
Upashridaha
Tabasa Buddha Vada Bhavam
Madbhavamagada.
Madbhavamagada.
Yes. The translation. Being free from attachment, fear and anger, being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attained transcendental love for me. I'll read the translation once more. Please listen very carefully. Being free from attachment, fear and anger, being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attained transcendental love for me. Next verse we'll read, verse number 11. Ye yatha mam pravadyante tam sathaiva bhajamyaham mama vatmanuvartande manushyaha partha sarvashaha. Ye yatha mam pravadyante tam sadaiva bhajamyaham mama vatmanuvartande manushyaha partha sarvashaha. Ye yatha mam pravadyante tam sadaiva bhajamyaham mama vatmanuvartande manushyaha partha sarvashaha. Yes.
Krishna Prabhu, ye yadham mam pravartande tan tadaiva bhajamyamam mama vartamana
Mama vatma anuvartande
anuvartande manusha partha sarvashaha.
Right. So we'll read the translation now. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Prutha. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Prutha. So, text 10 again. Vidaraga bhaya krodha manmaya mam upashridaha bhavo jnana tapasa puda madbhavam agadaha. Being freed from attachment, fear and anger, being fully absorbed in me, taking refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attained transcendental love for me. So Krishna has explained the cause of his appearance to Arjuna in the previous verses. Krishna had said previously that he has explained the signs of Bhagavad Gita to Vivaswan, the sun god. What's the name of the sun god, Anantika? What is the name of sun god? Is Vivaswan. Vivaswan. The first sloka, it is mentioned Vivaswan. So Vivaswan, he taught the son Manu, who in turn taught it to Ikshaku. So Ikshaku is coming in the Raghuvamsha dynasty, the Surya Vamsha dynasty, in which Lord Ramachandra had appeared. So when Arjuna heard this, that Krishna had explained Bhagavad Gita to Vivaswan, the sun god, he was very perplexed. How he could do that? Because Vivaswan had appeared almost about 12 crores years back. 12 crores. So how is this possible for Krishna, who is of my own age, my age only, Arjuna and Krishna are the same age. So how he can explain to Vivaswan only so many years back? In answer to that, Krishna says that both of us, myself and you, had taken many births. Both have taken births. The difference is that Krishna remembers all the births he had taken, while Arjuna does not remember that. He has fully forgotten whichever births he has taken. So Arjuna again is perplexed. He wants to know how it is possible that you remember that I don't remember. How is it possible? Then Krishna explains the nature of his body, how and when he is appearing, for what reason is appearing, what is the specific reason he is appearing, at what time he comes. All those things are explained in verses 6, 7 and 8. Verse 6 specifically mentions that Krishna does not have any material body. Krishna's body is not material. It is purely spiritual. It is purely transcendental. It is imperishable. It is not changing. It is eternal. That's why he remembers everything. There is gross body, subtle body, and soul. While we, the living entities who have taken a body because of our past karma, as soon as we leave one body, we remember all the incidents, all the things that happened in this life. And the next life, we don't remember anything. Because we have a material body and our senses, our subtle senses cannot store the memories of the past lives. But Krishna, he doesn't have this limitation. That's why he has got a very spiritual body. Just remember, just think about that. One that does not die, that body does not perish. We all take birth and then we die after some time. But Krishna does not do that. Krishna comes, appears, and then he disappears at his will. He chooses what time he has to come. Whenever there's a reason, he comes. He says that whenever there is a diminishing of or deterioration of religious principles, when irreligious principles become very prominent, to correct that situation, he comes and he kills all the demons responsible for religious activities, who is giving trouble to saintly persons, who are harassing these saintly persons. So removes and kills all those demonic nature people. Then he gives pleasure, and he gives support, then he gives shelter to all the devotees. So you like to be a devotee of Krishna?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, you love Krishna?
Yes, Prabhu.
Krishna is very sweet, no? So it's so sweet. Had he come for the theatre, I would have seen how sweet Krishna is.
Yes.
He was enjoying the theatre like it. You could see that. So there is always a very loving responses, transactions between Krishna and his devotees. And Krishna loves it. And that's why one of the reasons why he comes is because he wants to have loving exchanges with his devotees. Then Krishna says that one who understands the real reason, the real cause, factually, the nature of his birth and the nature of his activities, is immediately liberated. It doesn't have to take birth again. It goes back to God. It goes back to Krishna. So that is the advantage of knowing the science of Krishna. Understanding the science of how Krishna's body is made up of, what time he comes, when he comes, why he comes, all those things, which is explained in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam very nicely. So if you understand that, you develop love Krishna, you will naturally go back to Krishna at the time of your last life, when you leave your body. So Krishna says, in this verse, Krishna says to Arjuna, hey Arjuna, before you also, there are many people who have taken result of this knowledge, who have factually understood me and became purified. Jnana Tabasa means one who is purified by austerities, like reading Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, scriptures, Vedas, Upanishads, Vedanta Sutra, all those scriptures. If you read that spiritual scriptures, when you read that, you become purified, because then you know the real nature of Krishna. Real knowledge is understanding Krishna. Understanding Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is a real knowledge. And when you have that knowledge, you become purified. And when you become purified, you can always go back to Krishna. But then Krishna wants that there are some obstacles in our way for purification. On the way to purification, there are so many obstacles. We have to be very careful about that. That obstacles is mentioned as raga, bhaya, and krodha. Raga. Raga means attachment. Raga means when you are very, very attached to enjoy the life. Everybody wants to enjoy life. Eat very nice food. Eat ice creams, soft drinks, or go to fast food, enjoy the fast food, go to theaters, see the movies, sit in front of TV, see the serials, go for outing, go for shopping, and then go to other countries if you can able to do that. Go to other countries, enjoy. So many different ways of enjoyment. In whether you are in Sattva-guna, whether you are in Rajo-guna, Tamo-guna, there are different types of enjoyment. And this is basically about sense gratification. So people who are very much attached to sense gratification, who thinks that life is only for enjoyment and nothing for nothing else, who are totally ignorant of the soul or spiritual life, totally ignorant of the creations, creators, about God, is ignorant and is not interested in knowing also. Such persons, they are called karmis, fruity workers, and they are attached to this work. And so that is one obstacle to Krishna consciousness, pure Krishna consciousness. The second one is bhaya. Bhaya, what is the meaning of bhaya? What is the meaning of bhaya? Bhayam? I'm asking you. What is the meaning of bhayam? Bhaya. Yes, fear.
Fear.
Fear. Some people are very, very afraid. They're very fearful because they feel that they are knowledgeable persons. They have read the scriptures. They know everything. They know that we are not these bodies. We are souls only. But somehow or other, we are now got a body. And because of the body, we are doing some karma, some actions, which is giving us some troubles. We have to undergo the reactions of this karma. And because of this body only, we are undertaking this karma. Because of nature, we are undertaking some karma and activities. And these activities in turn is trapping us again into different births. We have to continuously take bodies. For them, body means the cause of suffering. Yes, body is a cause of suffering. We have these three kinds of miseries. Ultimately, the suffering is borne by the body only and senses. It is perceived by the senses. It is suffered by the body. And for them, the body is a cause of trouble. And for them, the body is always temporary, made is material. It's always temporary, material. So, real liberation means finish the body altogether. Just leave the body and merge into the Brahman. That is their idea of liberation. And since they think that all the bodies are material, they also consider Krishna's body to be material also. When Krishna is here, he appears, he looks similarly like a human being. Looks exactly like a human being. And then his bodies work like that, two-armed form. So they mistake his body to be material. And they are very fearful of the materialist way of life. And they feel that in spiritual life, there is no body at all. In spiritual life, there cannot be a body. There can only be some consciousness only. There cannot be any body. There cannot be any senses. Because these are all very material. Because of the lack of knowledge or the variegatedness that in spiritual life also, in spiritual world also, there are activities concerning wholly related to the spiritual activities, spiritual body. The body is spiritual. Krishna and his associates, they are enjoying like anything. Since they are not able to understand that, they have not understood that, they feel that body is always a source of trouble, and so they're very afraid. Now, these people are called afraid. They are called bhaya. Then krodha. What is krodha?
Sir, anger.
Yes, correct. Krodha means anger. Anger. Some people, they enjoy for some time, and they feel that, okay, I'm getting tired of this enjoyment. Same thing repeatedly. I'm doing that. Going for movies, taking some dishes, drinking, making merry, while buying dresses, doing the same thing again and again, 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 again. They get bored with this. Okay, let's do something. Let's see some spiritual life. See what is activities in spiritual life. So they go to some organizations, not very bona fide, because their search is not sincere. A real seeker of truth, he is looking after truth. While another person who is bored with this material life, he wants a change. And he feels that the spiritual life is a change from material life. So let's enjoy that change of life also. This is a variety. So that spiritual life is a type of material life only. A changing, a different material life. According to them, the spiritual life is a different material life. So they want to experience that also. They are not real truth seekers of truth. So they get into some organization. Krishna directs them. Sorry, some person had come, so I had to speak to him.
Okay.
So the person who wants to enjoy, and after getting bored with enjoyment, he joins some organization and he gets cheated. Then again, he joins some other organization, some other process, some other kind of activity. Again, he gets cheated, and he gets frustrated, and finally becomes very angry. He says everything is cheating only. There is no truth at all. Everything is void. Everything is shunya. So these kind of people, sometimes they take to drinks or narcotics and they spoil their life. So these are the three obstacles. This kind of Krishna wants that Vida, you have to overcome this bhaya, raga, bhaya, and krodha. When you overcome that, then you can be absorbed in me. Then your consciousness will be pure. You will think only about me, about my activities, my form, my qualities, my paraphernalia, my names, holy names, chanting my holy names, thinking about me. When you do that, that is being absorbed in Krishna. Manmaya. Manmaya means absorbed in Krishna. How you become absorbed in Krishna? By chanting the Krishna's name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Because you're thinking about Krishna at the time. You are always talking about Krishna. You are taking the name of Krishna. And when you are reading, you are understanding his pastimes. This way, very nicely, very happily, we can be absorbed in Krishna. And one who is absorbed in Krishna, he becomes pure and he comes back to Krishna. Understood that? Easy, no? Right. So then Arjuna asked, Krishna, you said that people who are totally absorbed in you will come back to you. What about others who are not very absorbed, totally not absorbed? They accept you, they recognize you to some extent, but not exactly the way the pure devotees do. There are other different types of living entities. I mean, human beings are there. They're different depending upon their consciousness. They consider Krishna, they accept Krishna in different ways. So what about them? So Krishna says, Ye yatha mam prabhadyante tam sada bhajameham mama vatma anuvartande manishyaha partha sarvasha. As they surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. How you consider Krishna, to what extent you surrender to Krishna, Krishna will reward you. If you are 100% surrender to Krishna, Krishna will take you 100%. He will love you, he will give you everything. But because of some misinformation, or because of karma, or because of cloudy intelligence, we are not really accepting Krishna as a supreme personality. In 10th chapter, you will see that many people have different ways of understanding Krishna. They consider him as a great person. They sometimes consider him as a Lokapati. But many ways of understanding Krishna, that they do not really understand Krishna to be the supreme personality of God. So accordingly, Krishna will reward. So the person who are interested in having a nice life in a Vedic way, not doing against Vedas or anti-Veda, which we'll call that bad karma or Ugra karma, the real definition, Ugra karma, who is not doing the Ugra karma, but who has a tendency to enjoy, he accepts the Vedic rituals, he adopts the Vedic rituals, does the Vedic rituals, and is elevated to heavenly planets. And he likes that. He likes to do that, enjoy the life there. Krishna gives him all the facilities. Okay, if you want to do that, okay, here it is. You enjoy the life in the heavenly planets. You come back, again you go back. Okay, Krishna rewards him. Now the person who wants to merge in Brahma Jyoti, he wants to see Brahman. I'm fed up with this heavens and all that. The same thing going there, then coming back, this cycle repeatedly. I don't want to do that. I want to finish that. I want to merge into the Brahma Jyoti, which is effulgence of Krishna. Brahma Jyoti is described in many Puranas, like Brahma Samhita, Padma Purana. He said that is actually the light emanating from the toenails of Krishna. The light coming from the toenails of Krishna is Brahma Jyoti. So some people, one, it doesn't want to wants to be liberated. It doesn't want to have a body again. But they don't understand the spiritual life, the spiritual variegatedness. They feel that this Brahma Jyoti is ultimate. They want to merge in ultimate Brahma Jyoti. Krishna gives them facilities. Okay, you can do that also. Now, some other people, different set of people, they want to have the Paramatma. Krishna is residing in each and every entity, in each and every atom as a Paramatma. We are Atma, Super Soul. We are residing in a body, and along with us, Krishna is also residing. Exactly the same way, is residing in every body, in each and every atom. Andandarasa paramanu chayandarastam. Padmapurana Brahma Samhita says, Andandarasa paramanu chayandarastam. In each and every small atom, Krishna resides as Paramatma. And there are some people, it's called Ashtanga Yogis. They adopt the method of Ashtanga Yoga. And they want to realize the Paramatma concept of Paramatma of nature of a form of Krishna. Paramatma is an emanation from Krishna only. So they consider Paramatma to be supreme and they want to realize the Paramatma aspect of Krishna. So Krishna rewards them. Okay, you can do that also. And there are devotees who want to associate with Krishna, who wants to live in the same way where Krishna is there. They want to associate with Krishna. And Krishna gives them facilities. And among the devotees, they accept Krishna or establish a relationship with Krishna depending on their rasas, mellows. Basically, there are 12 rasas of 5 prominent ones and 7 secondary ones. Shanta rasa is not considered, although it is considered one of our main rasas, there is no activity, no personal relationship in Shanta rasa. Shanta rasa means, okay, we understand Krishna to be supreme. He's a creator. He's almighty. Everybody has to depend on Krishna. Krishna gives you all facilities. He's so high. He's residing over there and we are so low. So the Aishwarya Bhava. Krishna is so great. We are very small. So in that Aishwarya Bhava, there is not much activity, no relationship, personal relationship is not there. So our acharyas, our acharyas, Gaudiya Vaishnava acharyas, they do not consider the Shanta rasa to be a prominent rasa. Real rasa starts from Shanta rasa, Dasya rasa. In Dasya rasa, we accept Krishna as our master, we are a servant. But then there is a service. We give service to Krishna. We serve Krishna as he's a servitor, and they always with Krishna, doing so many help to Krishna, like Hanumanji has done so many work, many even the menial works for Ramachandra. Like that way, you can say washing Krishna's clothes, taking his chapel on his head and making him comfortable, making his bed, fanning him when he's sitting down, fanning him, providing with nice dishes. So many sevas can do personal seva with Krishna in the form of a servant. That is called Dasi Rasa. Then Sakha Rasa. Sakha Rasa is a little more higher. We consider Krishna to be more intimate. Yeah, okay, he's my friend. Krishna is my friend. I can play with him. I can sit with him. I can lie with him. I can eat with him. I can walk with him. I can talk with him. I can always be with him. So like the Gopas, who are also in a very playful mood in Vrindavan. And there are friends like Arjuna also. So that relationship is there with Krishna. And then this Valsalya. Valsalya means we try to take care of Krishna. Krishna we consider as a small baby. He wants to be protected. He wants to bathe. You bathe Krishna, dress him nicely, feed him with very nice milk, butter, sugar, so many things we can render to Krishna. Loving devotion service as a mother and father of Krishna. This is Valsalya Rasa. And then finally there is a Madhurya Rasa, like gopis. They want to have a relationship with Krishna, a more conjugal relationship with Krishna, embrace Krishna and all that. So that is considered highest. So among the devotees also there are different gates, and Krishna, according to our rasa, he reciprocates in the same manner. So that's why Krishna says, ye yadhamam prapadyante. How we accept Krishna, how we understand Krishna, and how we render different service to Krishna, accordingly Krishna will reciprocate. Whether it is a fruity worker, whether it is a jnani, yogi, or normal bhakta, or advanced devotee, and many people are placed in different categories in another level of consciousness, and accordingly Krishna will reciprocate. Krishna satisfies everyone. So Krishna says in Srimad Bhagavatam, Agama sarva kamo va moksha kamo dharadi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeda purushambaram. So one who is interested, akama, sarvakama. Kama means who doesn't have any desire. Sarvakama means who has all desires. Mokshakama means one who is interested in liberation. Different types of people. If they are intelligent, if they want to be successful in their venture, in realizing their goal, if they want to be successful, intelligent people will wholeheartedly render devotional service to Krishna only. Krishna only and not to anyone else. And wholeheartedly. Yajeda Purusham Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. Tivrena, intense. Our devotion has to be intense. It cannot be very mediocre type, very lukewarm, okay, Krishna, okay, we'll Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Okay, right. Then we are talking about so many things. We are interested in many other things. Along with that, we'll do some devotional service of Krishna also. But not that way. We are to be very intense, always think of Krishna, very ardently think of Krishna. Desire for Krishna, desire for his service. And to the extent we are intense, we'll be successful. So everybody has to be very intense, focused in Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is very sweet. We had a very wonderful Rath Yatra. Yeah, Rekha Mataji was there. She'll be able to explain to you how sweet it was. Nobody knew. We walked 5 kilometers. Nobody knew the distance. They were just doing the Sankirtan. Long. Doing Arati also. Abhishek was there. So many different activities, so many devotional activities were there. 1 full day with Krishna. So that will charge you up. How was the experience, Rekha Mataji?
So it's wonderful.
Yeah, very wonderful experience. You see so many people
whole
also.
Whole day you are along with Krishna. I felt very happy, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. Then every day was like that only. In Vrindavan, it's like that.
Yes,
now we are having only 1 day. In Vrindavan, every day is like that. So that's why we like to have a Vrindavan consciousness. For having a Vrindavan consciousness, we can visit Vrindavan once in a while, once in a year or something. You can come to Vrindavan. And Brajavasis are special people. So we are trying to imbibe their mood. And we are trying to preach this mood to people of Kerala, people of Trishur. And this is Rath Yatra, conducting Rath Yatra festivals is one way of trying to attract people to Krishna consciousness. So hopefully some people have liked that. And we'll continue with this effort. We'll do some Nama Sankirtan every Sunday. We have decided we'll do Nama Sankirtan in different temples every Sunday evening 7 to 8. We'll be doing that. Prabhu have told us yesterday, no? Yesterday we had a good meeting, 2 hours meeting. What all things we can do in the future to strengthen our movement. So we'll continue to do that. We'll continue to do a celebration also. So many things we can do. All for attracting people to Krishna consciousness. This is the instruction of Krishna. Krishna likes everyone to come back to him. That is the desire of Krishna. So we are executing the desire of Krishna through the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada is our Supreme Master, Supreme Teacher, and we are taking the necessary instruction from Srila Prabhupada. And we are trying to be very nice disciples of Srila Prabhupada so that we can serving to heart content, to his pleasure. In Mangaladi we say that Yasya prasadat bhagat prasado, Yasya prasadat nagadi kutopi. If you please the Supreme, the spiritual master, Krishna is pleased. If you are not pleasing spiritual master is not pleased with you, then your spiritual life will be in difficulty. So let's all try to please Srila Prabhupada to the best of our abilities, and therein lies our happiness. Thank you very much. We started 5 o'clock. Most of you joined at 5:30 or 5:15 only, because we are given in that schedule also 5 o'clock. In message also we are shared at 5 o'clock. So please remember. Malayalam also, English is actually English also we have changed, because if you teach 6:30 means we start the Aarti at 6:30, so it will be difficult for us to make the timing.
Okay, Prabhu.
So that's why we changed the English class also 5 to 6.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
I hope this time is not very inconvenient for you. Snigdha Madhaji may have some problem. I think she's a teacher. Maybe what time you come back from school?
No, Prabhuji, I have not problem at all, because I came at 2 p.m. Mine is morning school, and I came at 2.
Oh, you're very fortunate. Krishna places you in a very nice situation.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I have no problem at all.
Okay, fine.
Hare
Everyone,
Krishna,
only,
Prabhuji. I'm
okay.
very happy that Rath Yatra has conducted so nicely, because we are unfortunate we have not observed or got the opportunity to see it.
Don't worry, we have taken video of that. Maybe videos will be ready within 1 week or so. So we'll put in our group also. Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you
See
very
that.
much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay, who will read? Okay, you can render Narsimha now.
Okay, Prabhuji. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladadayini. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Silatankanakhalai. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Yato yato yami tato Narsimha. Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha. Narsimha Madi Sharanam Prapade. Tabakara Kamala Bari. Nakham Adbhuta Sringam. Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhrungam. Keshabadrita Narahari Rupa. Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Narsingadev, 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 Jaya Narsingadev, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Ugrang Birang Mahavishnum Jalantam Sarvatamukham Narsingham Vishanam Bhadram Mrityu Namamyam Ugrang Birang Mahavishnum Jalantam Sarvatamukham Narsingham Vishanam Bhadram Mrityu Namamyam Ugrang Birang Mahavishnum Jalantam Sarvatamukham Narsingham Vishanam Bhadram Mrityu Namamyam Jai Nrsimha, Sri Nrsimha, Jai Jai Sri Nrsimha. Prahladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bhringa. Jai Nrsimha, Sri Nrsimha, Jai Jai Sri Nrsimha. Prahladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bhringa. Jai Nrsimha, Sri Nrsimha, Jai Jai Sri Nrsimha. Padma Mukha Padma Bhanga Sarva Vigna Vinashak Nrsimha Bhagavan ki Jai.
Jai. Go Prema. Vancha kalpadrupascha.
Kripa Sindhubhyavadya Patitanang Pavanabhya Vaishnavibhya Namo Namo.
Nanda Kodi Vaishnava Vrinda ki.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Go Prema. Thank you very much. See you on Saturday.